Hello, in today's video I am going to be using one of my make it your own snowflakes, and I'm going to be using the extra small circle from the pattern collection 5. I'm going to be doing something a little different. I'm going to be adding extra beads as I bead. We have our pattern color and our background color. But also we have accent beads. We have the pattern accent and the background accent bead. And so for each bead on our pattern, we will actually be adding 2 beads. So we will start here. It's our starting spot. And that is our background color, so we will add that on. And then we will add 2 accent beads, background color. And then we will add 2 background beads. And then 2 more background accent beads. And then the next 2 background colors. And again 2 more background accent beads. And then we will cross this one, put it on one string and cross with the other string, and we'll bring it down. And we have our first circle with our accent beads. Now with this next one, I'm going to want to end over here because I'm going to add this as I go. So we need a background accent bead here and a background accent bead here. Then we need a background color on each. And then on this side we'll do the background accent, actually on both sides, because we're touching the background color. And then we'll work on just this side right now, and we're going to add a pattern color. And then because the next one is a background color, we will use the background accent bead. And we will add the background color. And then we need 1 more background accent bead. And now we will cross with a pattern color. And we have our first 2 circles. Go ahead and mark those off. Now this next circle is all pattern color, so our accent beads will all be pattern accent color. Start with this, the string coming out of the bottom here is the one we're going to work with first. We will add an design accent, followed by a design color, another design accent, design color, design accent, design color. We need 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 3, so we need another design accent and design color. Now we're going to add a design accent to each string, and we will cross here with a design color. And we have our patterns. Now we're going to connect with this one, but first we need to add an accent. So as this is a background color, we will add a background accent. And then we will go through our connecting bead. Kind of got jumbled here a sec. Alright, there we go. Alright, now we're going to add this circle, starting with the string coming out of our background color here. And the first three are background colors, so we will do background accent with background color, background accent, background color, and background accent, background color. Now our next one is going to be a pattern color. On this side it is touching a background color, so we will use a background accent. However, on the other string it is going to be touching a design color. So as it is two design colors, we use a design accent. Now we are ready to cross our design color and bring it down, and there we have our 4 circles. And again, this next one is all design colors, so we will use design color and accent, design accent. So we need to go through this bead here, but we first need to add a design accent. And then we will go through our connecting bead. Now we need to add 1, 2, 3, so that is design accent followed by design color. We do that 3 times on one. Now the last one is touching a background on this side and an actually no, I'm wrong. It is touching a design color on both sides. So we will put on design accent on both strings. Sometimes it's easier to look at your work, which string your bead is coming out of, which bead your string is coming out of, so that you get the right accent color. And there we have it. Now, the next bead we're going to go through is a background color, so we want a background accent. And when you're connecting, you want to make sure that you don't go through the accent beads. Only go through the color beads, background or design color beads. There we have 5 circles. Okay. Now, all of these are going to be touching background colors, so we will use background accents for this circle. Alright. First one is a pattern color, so we put on our background accent, then our pattern color. And that brings us to where we're even, so we will put on background accent on both and background color on both. Then we will put background accent on both, and we will cross here our background color. And there we have our next circle. Now this circle we're going to want to come over here so we can start our next row. So I'll add a background accent to both strings. Then we will add background color to each string. And then just working on the right side for a moment, we will add an background accent, background color, and then again, background accent, background color. And then we want to add background accent to both strings and cross with a background color. That completes our first 2 rows. Now with these make it your own patterns, you can return right to the bottom because whether you go down or go up, the pattern is the same. I think I only have one that will not work on. Number 7. It has some stuff in it that had to be adjusted and causes this not to work. But for this pattern it will work. So we're going to come back down here and we're going to do this one. It is all background color, so we will use all background accents. And we want to end here, so we will work with the 1 string here, and we'll add 4 beads with their accents. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we will add an accent to both strings and then cross with a background color. And there we've started our new row. Now our two connecting beads here are both background colors, so we will use background accents in between them. So we will add an accent and go through our first connecting bead. And we will add another accent and go through our second connecting bead. Then we are ready to do our next pattern. So here we'll do a background accent and a background color. Then, as this is touching a background, we'll do a background accent and a design color. Now we're going to add a design color. On this side it's touching a design, on this side it's touching a background. So we want to add a design accent to the left and a background accent to the right. And then we cross with the design color. We have our circle. Now the first one you're going to go through connecting is a design color. So you have two design colors, you will use a design accent. The next one is a background color, so you will use a background accent. That completes our next circle. And here it is touching backgrounds, so we will use background accents for the whole thing. So we have a background accent and a background color, then a background accent and a design color. Then we'll put background accents on both beads, strings, and cross with a background color. Now, as you can see, we have background colors here, so we are going to be using background accents between all of the connecting beads. Alright, now we will start here. Now this one is touching a background, so it will have a background accent, and background accent. So, background accent and design color, and background accent and background color. Now on this side we're touching a background, but this side we're touching a design. So we will put a background accent on the left and a design accent on the right, and then we will cross with a design color. Okay, now we need a background accent for both our connectors. And that finishes this circle. Now our string is coming out of a design color, and we're going to be adding a design color, so we will start with a design accent and add a design color. And the rest is background colors, so we will use background accents. Background on both. Then cross with our background color. Now we are only connecting here with one bead, so we will add a background accent. Oops. And go through our connecting bead. And we have finished this circle. Now here we want to end here, so we will work for now all with the right, and it's all background colors, so we'll use background accents. Accent both strings and cross. That puts us in position to start our next row. Here we will only be going through one, so we will add a background accent. And we are ready to start our next row. Now here we have background design, so we will use all background accents. We're going to add to the string that comes out the bottom, which is the left. So we will add background accent, background color, background accent, design color, background accent, background color, this one is touching both background colors, so we will add a background accent to each string and across the design color. Now, our top bead is design and the next bead is design, so we will use a design accent. And then connect. And then as the next one is a background, we will use a background accent. Connect. We have finished the first circle on this next row. Now we have background colors and a design all touching background, so we will use background accent. Now both our connecting beads are design colors, so we will use design accent to connect with. And the rest of our circle is also design color, so we will use design accent for this circle. Now here we're going to be touching a background, and then so we're going to be using background accent for both connecting beads. Now we are halfway done with our doily, so we are going to stop here, and I will be doing the rest of it in part 2.